To overcome the shortcomings of the Rutherford model, Bohr made some modifications by adding the idea of new developing quantum hypothesis and postulated as number one, an electron in an atom could revolve in certain stable orbits. He introduced the concept of stable orbits without emission of the radiant energy. And this is contrary to the electromagnetic theory, which says a revolving electron is an accelerated charge which should radiate the electromagnetic waves and loses energy. Because of that, creates a problem for the stability. Second postulate is the stable orbits are those orbits which have the angular momentum Ln equal to mv and Rn, where n represents the nth orbit, and this angular momentum is equal to the integral multiple of h by 2 pi. This h by 2 pi can also be written as h bar, and n is a number of nth orbit. So we can say angular momentum is quantized here. And third postulate is during the transition of the electron from the higher energy state orbit to the lower energy state orbit, a photon is emitted, and the energy of the photon is given by h nu, and it will be the energy of the initial state, that is the higher energy state, minus energy of the final state. Here we have to note that angular momentum L, that is equal to r cross p, that is the position vector into momentum, or in terms of magnitude we can write simply it is mvr, and Planck's constant h. These two have same unit, and this fact is used by the Bohr to establish the second postulate that the stable orbits have angular momentum equal to n into h by 2 pi. Another point is Bohr model is applied to hydrogen atom and hydrogen like atoms. This means the atoms having single electron. Hydrogen atom is 1h1 and hydrogen like atoms are 2 helium 4 plus. Similarly 3 lithium 7 plus plus and so on. Let's do some problems. To explain his theory, Bohr used there are the four options: conservation of linear momentum, quantization of angular momentum, conservation of quantum theory, and fourth option is none of these. So option B is the correct option because the electron revolving in n orbit having the angular momentum Ln equal to the integral multiple of h by 2 pi. This is the condition for the stable orbits, in which electron revolves without radiating any energy, and it creates the stable orbits. So this momentum have the discrete value, so it refers the quantization of angular momentum. Next question is, Bohr model is not valid for hydrogen atom, singly ionized helium atom, deuteron atom, and singly ionized neon atom. So option is the D is the correct option. That means Bohr model is not valid for the singly ionized neon atom because hydrogen has one electron. Singly ionized helium, it also has one electron. Deuteron atom is also having the one electron, and singly ionized neon, because neon has atomic number 10, and its configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. And if one electron is removed, then its configuration will become 1s2. If we write this Ne plus, then it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. That means still it is having 9 electrons. And Bohr model is applicable only for the singly electron atoms like hydrogen and hydrogen like atoms. So option D is the correct option. Now we have to find the radius of the orbit, velocity and the energy of the revolving electron using the Bohr model. And Bohr model is applicable for the hydrogen and hydrogen like atoms like helium plus, lithium plus plus, beryllium plus plus plus, and so on. So using the Bohr model, we have two conditions. One is that electrons moves in the orbit which has angular momentum equal to n times of the h by 2 pi. It states the quantization of the angular momentum. And second is because electrons are revolving in a circular orbit around the nucleus, so it requires a centripetal force which will be provided by the electric force between the revolving charge and the nucleus. Therefore, we can write if m is the mass and v is the velocity and radius of the orbit is r, so mv square by r, this is the centripetal force for the circular motion, and it is provided by the electric force between the nucleus of the atom and the revolving electron. So if Z is the atomic number of the atom and its positive charge, that means protons will be Ze multiplied by the charge of electron revolving in the orbit, and distance between them is r. So it is r square using the formula of electric force between the charges 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 by r square. Now we have to manipulate these two equations. This is the equation number 1, this is the equation number 2. We will manipulate these equations and we will find what is the r for the nth orbit, what is the velocity of the electron in nth orbit, what is the kinetic energy of the electron in nth orbit, what is the potential energy of the electron in nth orbit, and what is the total energy of the electron in nth orbit.